Hello everyone and welcome back to the Football Manager 2020 simulation of Euro 2020, and this is the final video of the series, and it's just going to be a whole tournament summary of what's happened throughout the tournament. We'll actually go through all of the stages here. We'll take a look at the group stages. Group A, Italy, the champions, top the group with Belgium in second place and Czech Republic as one of the best placed third place sides. Group B, France and Denmark went through level on 7 points, but France on the virtue of a higher goal difference. Group C, Turkey topped the group with Holland in second place and Ukraine in at third. Turkey, they could have and probably should have got 3 wins out of 3, but they weren't the most clinical side in the tournament. England were the first of the sides to get a complete clean sweep of victories throughout the group stages. Albania came in at second place with 4 points, but Greece, Northern Ireland and Albania just weren't really that great throughout the tournament, and all three on negative goal difference. Really shows you the level between England, who obviously were one of the finalists, and these three sides here. Group E, Spain topped the group again, 3 wins out of 3 for Spain, with Norway in at second place and Croatia as one of the best placed third place sides, following their big win over Georgia in their last game. Group F, Germany, Hungary and Portugal went through. Germany looked very, very good themselves. Hungary, with their surprise win over Portugal, taking them through at second place, and Portugal relying on a big win themselves to take themselves through in at third place. Then we go on to the second round, where Italy knocked out Holland. Obviously Holland weren't looking too great, but at the same point Italy have played some fantastic defensive football, and at this point they were still maintaining their clean sheet record of not conceding a goal at all in the tournament so far. Belgium went through after extra time against Denmark. France, with a repeated scoreline of the World Cup final in 2018 against finalists in that game, Croatia. Turkey lost 2-0 to Portugal after Ronaldo really started to get his shooting boots on. Norway beat Albania 3-2 in my opinion, I think the most entertaining game of the second round. It was fantastic, and I think it was the longest of the videos in this round, but please do check that one out because that was a fantastic game. Germany won 2-0 against Ukraine. Spain won 3-0 against Czech Republic, and England with the biggest win in this round, a 5-1 demolition of Hungary in Dublin. We then move on to the quarterfinal, where Germany beat Norway after extra time. Toni Kroos, again, a 5th straight man of the match performance for him, where he just smashed the ball into the top corner from 25 yards in the 121st minute, really taking the game by the scruff of the neck and taking Germany into the semi-finals. France beating World Cup champions Italy 2-0. Italy beating World Cup champions France 2-0. Again, fantastic defensive performance, still maintaining their defensive record, 5 straight games without conceding a goal. Portugal beat Belgium 3-2, really entertaining game, my favourite of the quarterfinals. Portugal went 2-0 up, Belgium equalised to 2-2, and then Ronaldo scored a fantastic winner in that game, and Belgium just could not find another equaliser in them. The game was too far away, and Portugal went through. Then the biggest surprise for me, Spain losing 3-0 to England. Fantastic performance from England all round, but Spain really probably will feel like they could have done better in that game. And England marched on to the semi-finals, which, firstly, Germany versus Italy, great game to watch, and it went all the way to penalties. Obviously Germany taking the lead first and foremost, and more importantly, that was Italy's first goal that they conceded all tournament. Fantastic defensive record for them, but they managed to hang on, and Donnarumma saved 2 penalties from Germany, who are notoriously good at taking penalties, but Donnarumma saved 2 of them as Germany crashed out, but Toni Kroos still managed to pick up a man of the match award. Portugal then losing 2-1 to England, obviously the home field advantage coming in for England. Harry Kane with a fantastic volley in the 115th minute to take England through to the final to set up a really tasty looking game between England and Italy, where champions of Europe, Italy, managed to triumph over England 2-1 after extra time. England dominated the game for the most part, but they just couldn't break down that Italian defence for large portions of the game. Italy went 1-0 up thanks to Lorenzo Insigne's volley. Then in the 80, I think it was at the 62nd minute or something like that, Joe Gomez scored, equalised for England, which took it to extra time. England were the dominant side throughout essentially the 120 minutes, but Insigne found Zaniolo, who volleyed himself the winner for Italy, and they managed to hang on until the final whistle to claim victory at Wembley on English soil. So Italy couldn't have that home field victory like they had in 1966 for the World Cup, but the champions of the tournament, Italy. And what we'll do is we'll just take a look at some of the stats, and then we'll take a look at the overall awards. We can see some awards after that. England are the top goal scorers of the competition. Italy in second place England with 18 goals scored after 7 games, and Italy with 15 in 7. You can see there Italy topping that form table, having obviously not lost in the tournament. 7 win. Well, I think it was 5 wins and 2 draws for them, but fantastic tournament for Italy. Then possession, we've spoken about this before. Turkey obviously dominating possession, but you've probably got to give Germany the crown for the best possession-based side. Obviously, having played essentially twice as many minutes as Turkey have. Italy kept 5 clean sheets out of the 7 games, only conceded 2 goals in the whole tournament, and it was a fantastic defensive display throughout the tournament for Italy, but they played brilliantly defensively even. Marcus Rashford is the top goal scorer. Obviously, we'll take a look at the awards and you'll see his award for that as well. Ronaldo and Immobile equal on 5 each, but I think Ronaldo will claim it on the least games, I think. And then 3 players on 4: Hazard, Haaland and Kane. Trent Alexander-Arnold and Insigne were the only 2 players that covered more than 100 kilometres over the course of the tournament. And you can see there Ben Chilwell making the most mistakes in the tournament, but crucially that came in the final as well. I think he made something like 6 mistakes in the first 45 minutes, which really set the tone for his performance in that game. So taking a look at the awards then, the Golden Ball best player was not going to be anyone else. Toni Kroos, average rating of 8.4. He was phenomenal throughout the tournament. 6 man of the match performances out of his 6 games, 3 goals and 3 assists. Really, honestly, one of the best tournament performances I've ever seen from a player. And he's the reason that Germany got to the semi-finals. They were a bit unlucky not to go through to the final, but Italy shut him down very well. But nonetheless, despite not appearing in the final, he claims the Golden Ball. The best young player of the tournament, 22-year-old Marcus Rashford, 6 goals in 7 games with 2 assists, average rating is 7.50, and fully deserved in my opinion. He was a top goal scorer in the competition, and we'll see that here. There we go. We'll see that here. 6 goals, equaling Griezmann's total from 4 years ago. Obviously, nowhere close to Platini in 1984. I don't think anyone's coming close to that for a while. But Rashford was great, especially getting that many goals from the left wing as well. Fantastic. The goal of the tournament, Toni Kroos's against Austria, and I'll leave this here. And I'm not going to sort of watch them all. It's going to take too long for the match engines for each of these games to load up. But freeze this, open up a new window, and look at all these games and look at all these goals. I remember some of these, and they were absolutely fantastic. And yeah, Toni Kroos fully deserved that. I thought his winner against Norway would be one of them, and if you haven't seen that, I would recommend you check that out at the 121st minute. And this is the dream team. Obviously, it's a 4-4-2 formation. Got Jordan Pickford in goal. I would have put, and it's a real shame that Donnarumma hasn't made it. I'm surprised Livakovic is in there, but I would say I wouldn't necessarily agree with that. I put Donnarumma ahead of him with 5 clean sheets, but Lazzari at right back, Bonucci, Gomez and Chilwell make up the defence. And interesting, Chilwell was in there despite making more mistakes than anyone else in the tournament. Isco on that right hand side, he was fantastic for Spain on the wings. Toni Kroos, player of the tournament, the only player to register above 8.0 overall. Pellegrini and Insigne make up the rest of the midfield. Immobile and Rashford up front. Immobile scored 5 goals. 4 of them were penalties, but we were not going to hold that against him. And on the bench, the likes of Chiellini, Maddison, Zaniolo, who got the winner in the final, Ronaldo, Emerson, who was fantastic at left back, and I would have put him ahead of Ben Chilwell. Harry Kane as well, 4 goals in 7 games, really helping England to the final. And obviously his 2 goals in the semi-final were crucial. Stones, Verratti, Jorginho, Haaland, Alexander-Arnold, all named amongst the substitutes for this. But what else can you say? It's Italy's tournament. They are the champions, and if we look at the past winners, you can see they've won it for the first time since 1968. They've got to the final a couple of times since, in 2000 when they lost to France, and 2012 when they lost to Spain. They've finally got their hands on the trophy, as England finish runners-up for the first time in their history. They could have won it for the first time themselves, but just couldn't get their hands on the trophy. But that's going to be it for this video. I hope you've enjoyed the whole tournament as a whole and this little quick summary video. But thank you so much for watching. If you have been watching throughout the entire series, I've really enjoyed watching along with these games, commentating along with them. Please leave a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe for future episodes. I've got another save going on at the moment, and it'll be really, really amazing if you could check that one out as well. But yeah, that's going to be it for the tournament, and I'll see you across my other series.